In the mid-20th century, Dr. Ray Peat began to unravel the mysteries of chronobiology, our biological responses to time of day. This was a time of great discovery, as the beneficial effects of light and the potential harm of darkness became more apparent. It was during this period that a fascinating connection was made between sunlight exposure, stress, and acne. Dr. Ray Peat noticed that acne seemed to worsen with increased exposure to the sun and during times of stress. This led him to a groundbreaking conclusion. Incandescent light exposure at night could trigger acne. Through this discovery, Dr. Ray Peat realized that ultraviolet irritation was not the primary cause of this skin condition. The real culprit, he found, was an extended photoperiod or a longer duration of light exposure. These extended photoperiods were found to stimulate sex hormones, placing an increased demand on vitamin A. This was a significant breakthrough in Dr. Ray Peat's understanding of the intricate relationship between light, hormones, and health. It was the first time that Dr. Ray Peat started to see the impact of our environment, specifically light exposure, on our biology. As Dr. Peat's understanding of chronobiology grew, so did the recognition of its implications on health and well-being. Relationship between light and health, once a mystery, was beginning to unfold. It's clear that our biological clock, dictated by the cycles of day and night, played a far more significant role in our health than Dr. Ray Peat previously thought. This was the dawn of a new era in science, an era that sought to understand how our biological responses to time of day could affect our health, our mood, and our overall well-being. It was the era that led to Dr. Ray Peat's recognition of chronobiology as a crucial part of our lives, shaping our understanding of the world and our place in it. This was the first hint that extended photoperiods could stimulate sex hormones, leading to increased vitamin A demands. When Dr. Ray Peat moved to the northern US from Mexico in 1965, he began to notice hormonal and nutritional effects related to seasons. An intriguing phenomenon termed by Dr. Peat as winter sickness emerged. It was a consequence of hormonal changes due to lack of light exposure, most notably observed in women who had moved from sun-drenched climates to areas with more cloud cover. Symptoms varied, but often included premenstrual depression and a range of other health issues. Dr. Peat, inspired by these observations, attempted to bring these findings to light. He submitted his observations on winter sickness to various medical and scientific journals. However, the response was not as encouraging as one might hope. Most editors dismissed the idea outright, unwilling to entertain the thought that light could have such profound biological or psychological effects on humans. It seemed that the scientific community was unwilling to step out of the shadow of established beliefs and into the light of new possibilities. It's intriguing to consider the resistance faced by those who challenge the status quo. It's not just a matter of presenting evidence or making logical arguments. There's a certain mental rigidity that often gets in the way, a reluctance to consider new ideas that challenge long-held assumptions. This resistance was particularly prevalent among professional people, especially journal editors. But Dr. Peat wasn't deterred by this resistance. Instead, he persisted steadfast in his belief in the importance of understanding the role of light in human health. Dr. Peat continued discussing light's effects in nutrition and hormone classes. He began speaking to health food, alternative medicine, and church groups, sharing his insights about the importance of good light and nutrition. The resistance, Dr. Peat persisted in discussing light's effects in nutrition and hormones classes and began speaking to health food, alternative medicine and church groups about the importance of good light and nutrition. His dedication to this cause sparked a growing receptiveness among the general public to the idea of interactions between organisms and their environment, and between mood and chemistry. The light, it seemed, was beginning to break through. By 1985, seasonal affective disorder had become a recognized condition. A momentous shift that beckoned a new era of understanding for the interplay between light and mood. Focus was no longer solely on the visible spectrum of light, but also shifted towards the invisible, to the wavelengths that have the power to shift our biological clocks. The use of light panels and melatonin phase shifting had become topics of keen interest, setting the stage for a renaissance in the understanding of our circadian rhythms. Yet, the journey was not without its trials. Dr. Ray Peat, a pioneer in this field, viewed with a critical eye the reluctance within the scientific community to recognize the intricate connections between mood, hormones, and light. Too often we fall into the trap of compartmentalizing, seeing each element as an isolated silo, rather than part of a holistic, interconnected web. But Dr. Ray Peat was not deterred, pushing forward with relentless determination to bring to light the intricate dance between our internal chemistry and the external environment. Ray Peat's efforts were not in vain, but surely the tides began to turn and medicine started to acknowledge the profound role of light and hormones in modulating mood and behavior. A ripple effect was set in motion, challenging the status quo and opening doors to new possibilities for understanding and treating mood disorders. However, despite the strides made, Dr. Ray Peat notes a cultural dominance of certain treatments, such as estrogen replacement therapy and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors like Prozac. Treatments, while beneficial to some, can be seen as a band-aid solution, addressing the symptoms rather than the root cause. Ray Peat advocates for a more nuanced approach, one that takes into account the symphony of factors at play in our complex, multifaceted bodies. As we continue on this journey of discovery, we are reminded that progress is often a slow and steady climb, requiring patience, determination, and an open mind. The growing recognition of these connections, Dr. Ray Peat notes a cultural dominance of estrogen replacement therapy and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors like Prozac. Dr. Ray Peat criticizes the use of Prozac and similar drugs for treating PMS, arguing that it acts by increasing a brain steroid to compensate for a progesterone deficiency. In this regard, Dr. Peat challenges the widely accepted doctrine that Prozac simply increases serotonin availability. Instead, he proposes a more intricate interaction, where the medication actually elevates a specific brain steroid to offset a lack of progesterone. This assertion, if accurate, would necessitate a significant re-evaluation of our understanding and approach to treating mood disorders. Dr. Peat's criticisms extend beyond just the use of Prozac and similar drugs. He argues that our current medical paradigm often oversimplifies complex biological processes. This oversimplification, he suggests, hinders our ability to develop truly effective treatments and can even lead to harmful side effects. Dr. Peat's observations suggest a shift in medicine is necessary. This shift would move towards treatments that acknowledge the intricate relationship between light, hormones, and nutrition in our health. It's a call to revisit our understanding of the human body as an isolated entity and instead appreciate it as a part of the greater biosphere, reacting and adapting to its environment. Peat emphasizes the importance of recognizing the role of light in our health. Consider the effects of seasonal affective disorder, a condition that arises due to a lack of sunlight exposure in winter months, leading to depressive symptoms. This is a clear demonstration of how our environment and daily rhythms can significantly impact our health. Similarly, Dr. Peat points out the influence of hormones on our mood and overall well-being. Hormonal imbalances, as seen in conditions like PMS, can have profound effects on our mental and physical health. Nutrition, too, plays a crucial role in maintaining hormonal balance and overall health. Dr. Peat's observations and criticisms point to a need for a more holistic approach to health, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of our bodies, our environment, and our daily rhythms. Dr. Ray Peat's journey shows us the importance of questioning established beliefs and exploring new ideas. It's a testament to the power of curiosity, of challenging the status quo, and of the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It serves as a potent reminder that health isn't merely the absence of disease, it's a holistic concept that encompasses the interplay of light, hormones, and nutrition. Ignoring these key factors could lead to a multitude of health issues. Conversely, understanding and harnessing them could elevate our well-being to unimaginable heights. Our bodies are intricate systems designed to function in harmony with our environment. The changing seasons, the ebb and flow of light and darkness all affect us in profound ways. This video has shed light on these relationships, providing actionable insights into how we can better align ourselves with our natural rhythms. To continue learning about the ways you can improve your sleep, vitality, physical health and mental health, subscribe to this channel. We can explore the vast field of health and wellness and discover the best ways to care for our bodies and minds.